Welcome back to Granny Metalhead TV, and thanks for dropping by. It's time for the next edition of Granny, Who Did It Better? So we're going to be listening to two different versions of the same song by two different artists so that we can decide whose version we like best, or if we like or dislike both versions. So all you little Granny maniacs, gather around for my latest batch of ear candy, because tonight's battle is I Put a Spell on You. It's Screamin Jay Hawkins versus Creedence Clearwater Revival. Now, since, Halloween is just right around the corner, I kind of wanted to do some sort of Halloweenish stuff for y'all tonight. So first up is Screamin Jay Hawkins. Now, the first thing you need to know about Screamin Jay Hawkins is that he was the OG, not only of rock and roll music, but he was also the godfather of shock rock. Lots of others followed him over the decades. The Crazy World of Arthur Brown, who we'll be watching in the next video, Alice Cooper, Kiss, King Diamond, Marilyn Manson, Insane Clown Posse, Slipknot, tons and tons more. But now Screamin Jay Hawkins was the first, and the way it kind of came about was it's one of those weird twists of fate. I should note that getting to the facts about Screamin Jay Hawkins is pretty tricky because he was practically a pathological liar. He claims to have started out wanting to be an opera singer, but then that didn't pan out, so he became blues singer and a pianist, and he did okay as just, plain Jay Hawkins. But then in 1956, he went into the studio to record I Put a Spell on You as sort of a bluesy ballad. But then Arnold Maxson, the record's producer, brought in barbecue and booze, and they all got stupid drunk. And then Screamin Jay Hawkins ended up recording the song in a drunken blackout and didn't remember anything about it. So he had to learn the song from the recording that he did the night before. Now, he sold 1 million copies of this song despite the fact that it was banned on most radio stations, even after they released a second version, with most of the grunts that were thought to be too sexual removed. Now, one person that didn't ban this song was Cleveland DJ Alan Freed, who was a huge influence on the rock and roll scene back in the 50s and introduced a lot of black artists to his mixed race audience. Now, after Alan Freed added the song to his rock and roll review, he mentioned to Screamin Jay Hawkins that he should work up a gimmick, to play up to the weird, creepy vibe, of the song. So Screamin Jay put together this voodoo doctor meets Vincent Price look and act, and it was all very tongue-in-cheek, but the NAACP, they weren't too thrilled with this because they felt that it would reflect badly on the black community. Now, although this song was his only hit, he made a 43-year career out of this song and act, despite the fact that he was really weary of playing the boogeyman and couldn't just be, play as plain old Jay Hawkins. But his financial line was also enhanced by the royalties he received from the numerous covers of this song. Artists ranging from Nina Simone to the Animals' former keyboardist Alan Price, Annie Lennox did it, Marilyn Manson did it, and many more. So we're going to be checking out a televised version of this song, although the quality of the song and the video is not very good, but I'll include a link to the album version in the description, and this is just really something you guys have to see. So okay, guys, right? Feel it. Don't fight it. Buckle up tight and let's do this thing. Here is I Put a Spell on You by Screamin Jay Hawkins.
One, two, three. I put a spell on you.
All right, guys, that was Screamin' Jay Hawkins' version, and it was different and entertaining to say the least. So, okay, next up is Creedence Clearwater Revival's version. Now, despite the fact that this song sold 1 million records and was included in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame's 500 songs that shaped rock and roll, and is number 313 on Rolling Stone's list of the 500 greatest songs of all times, this was not a chart topper for either Screamin' Jay or CCR. Now, CCR released this song in 1968 on their debut album, also called Creedence Clearwater Revival, and it got to number 58 on the charts, which, still isn't terrible for, just their second release. Now, lead singer John Fogerty and the rest of CCR dropped Screamin' Jay's spooky voodoo schlock and played it in a bluesy way with just a touch of, witchy psychedelia, to fit the times. Now, while the band were to go on to become the pioneers of swamp rock or southern rock, you can sort of start to hear that in this song. And I've always thought it was funny that a bunch of guys from the San Francisco Bay Area were the originators of swamp rock, southern rock. And they sound southern enough to fool me for quite a few years. I didn't know that. So, all right, guys, feel it. Don't fight it. Buckle up tight, and let's do this again. Here is I Put a Spell on You by Creedence Clearwater Revival. Metalhead. That's what I grew up listening to, and not an auto-tune inside. I mean, if you are blown away by that, dig the wax out of your ears and grow a tongue so you will have some taste, because that was fire. That was a hell of fire. Love it or hate it, let me know below. Now, personally, for me, the Screamin Jay Hawkins version, it's okay. It was nice to see, and that it's out there, and I'm proud of the fact that he started a whole new genre, and that his legacy lives on in newer artists. But I gotta tell you, as far as this song goes, I prefer CCR's version. I'm glad I saw the Screamin Jay Hawkins version, but that's about it. But having said all that, I still wish I had seen both of them live, because I have heard that Screamin Jay would come out of a coffin during his live performances, which, actually that would be kind of something to see. And it surely would be something to tell your kids about, and others about. So now let me know below if you ever saw either of them live, or where you were when you first heard this song. Maybe this was your first time, or if it has any special meaning to you. I would love to hear about it. And I hope you've enjoyed this as much as I have. And if you have, please like, subscribe, and join the Granny Maniac family, and then hit that bell for all so that you don't miss anything, and share this video with others so that they can learn about all this excellent music and these artists. It costs you nothing, but it really helps me out a lot. And if there is a song that you want me to play, let me know that below. Thanks again for dropping by. Love to my husband Eric, and love to all you Granny Maniacs. Granny Metalhead is out.
Bless your heart. Bless you.
Seeing you coming from that coffin gave me a chill.
See you coming gave me one too.